Hi, everybody. How are you doing? My dog wants to come over and say hello. I start talking, and he's like, "Mama, who are you talking to?" Bandit, can I just show? There he is. I can't let him get in my lap because then um, I will. He'll be in my laptop because I'm using my laptop. Are you guys able to hear me okay? I see Angie and Angel are on board, and my cousins Mike and Cindy are here. Suzanne and Lori and Richard, and y'all were talking about it being cold where you are. I don't know if y'all can see that, but where I pulled over, I can see those snow-capped mountains out my window, just out the window here. I'm not near. Well, I don't know how close I am to them, but where I'm headed, it was snowing this morning, and then where I'm headed, it's going to be in the 80s by the time I get there. So it's kind of like who was it that said was it Will Rogers that said if you don't like the weather, just wait a minute. Judy Connolly, Lori, Sue, hi. Loretta, hi. Loretta is my newest patron. Welcome to the Coco Fam again, Loretta. A lot of my Coco Fam members are on here. Tina's the outsider. She says that she can hear me great. That's awesomeness. And she says it's cold and dreary in Michigan. I get it. I get it, you guys. And so I'm actually on the road, and I just pulled over at a truck stop to do the FNL on Saturday with you guys. Thank you, Loretta and Robin Mallory. It's 70 and windy in New Orleans. That's awesomeness, and just making sure nobody's. That I don't think I'm in the way. I pulled over way out of the way, but I never want to be in the way of the truckers coming in and out. And Susan Jack, hi, good to see you. Or at least know that you're on here. I can't see you, but you guys can see me. Arthur Leslie is in the house. Barb Connor. So we'll get to that. Suzanne, she's asking is how is Phoenix after her spa week? That's part of my California dreaming. I have I'm headed east and headed out of California. You guys know me. I can't travel that far and that fast, so it'll take me a couple of days to get out of California. It takes me like 5 months to get out of Texas. No, I'm just kidding. But I am traveling today, and I've been it's been like just so blessed. That's all I can say is I'm so blessed. So let me look. So I just left, got Phoenix out of the shop today, and there were some things that if they could have kept her longer, they could have worked on. I mean, that guy Pat and Mary, they're awesome. That's Cece's friends, and Mary, his wife, made me zucchini bread and a couple of peanut butter and chocolate balls before I left for the road. Just wonderful, wonderful people. And Tina says she's got to get driving, so she'll talk to us later. Thank you, Tina. Thank you for stopping long enough to say hi. That means a lot to me. But I'll tell you what all it got done. And, of course, I'll do a video on it. But oil and lube change. And he gave me a count on all my grease fittings so I can make sure that they get done in the future. And it was nice to get that done by somebody I can trust. I know, right, Lori? It was great treats for the road. I'm very grateful for that. I had a running light that I evidently had gone underneath a limb and busted up top in front over the passenger side. And he changed that out for me. And of course, oil and filter change. I think I said that. And he checked the air filter and said it was still good, which after a winter in Quartzsite, you just never know. Hi, Cardi's Adventures. Good to see you on here. And so he identified what my clunking was in the rear end. It is, he told me that it needs a center support bearing and cushion on the drive shaft and gave me an idea about what to expect on that cost. But again, I mean, if he could have kept her longer, if I could have stayed longer, he could have done it all. But at some point you can't hold people hostage, But he did so good, and he he did do fixed a main seal, or a small leak in the rear main seal while he was back there, and so are underneath there, so that was good. Let's see, gosh, there's just so much, you guys. The carburetor, it's still missing a little when I pull out, but that might work itself out, because no, it's not blowing black smoke anymore. It's not blowing black water. It did gum up a few things that he was able to clean up, and he changed out the air cleaner and got that all changed out so that it doesn't hurt my ears when I'm driving or accelerating or going up a hill. And that is working great. I'm so glad for that. I mean, just so many things. And let's see what else. Oh, and he fixed the chairs. I got to tell y'all. So my chair was wobbling when I drove. It was getting unsafe, actually. Just wobble, wobble, wobble. And Bandit's chair would squeak, 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 squeak. And he tightened them up so much I had to go back by there and go, I can't turn them around because I'm a weakling and you're evidently, Samson. So he loosened them a little bit so I could turn them around. Richard Albert said, and Kate are saying yay for no more black smoke. And Lori says that carburetor issue was huge to get fixed. A huge blessing. I mean, and no more black smoke and no more backfiring. And I'll tell y'all about that. I hadn't even got down the list to that, but I will tell y'all, on the way to his house, there were a couple of rolling speed bumps by the school, and I went over those. They're not, yeah, I guess they are. They're not speed bumps like the short ones where you go ka-dunk, ka-dunk. They're rolling, And I went over that, and my shocks, they were gone, really. No shocks really to speak of. And often I will go over bumps, and my chassis would hit my tires, which that's not good for tires or the vehicle or anything. No, Robin, he didn't use power tools to tighten the seats. He didn't. He went and got his manual big crescent wrench, that takes two hands, and he did not use power tools. And he loosened it up, but he was like, "Are you sure I got them that tight?" He was surprised, and he tried to turn them, and he's like, "Oh, I guess I did. Sorry." And so he went and got his big, I think it was a crescent wrench. Don't quote me. I don't know tools. But anyway, he got those loosened up. But I didn't have any shocks. He replaced my shocks, or not replaced them, put shocks in. And one of those was bent, so he had to do some metal work, and just amazing. And so I have shocks and no more backfiring, because when I went to his house and I went over those rolling bumps, I not only looked like I was being a low rider, and I shared this with my patrons early on, Coco Fam members, both channel members and Patreon members, that low riders, they bounce their cars purposefully. They have hydraulics on it so they can do it manually. But that's what I would look like. So I don't look like that anymore. Plus, when I went over those hills and or those little speed bump things, and I accelerated, it backfired, and one of the kids went running. He knew who it was. It was the people that live there. It was their grandson. And he said he'll be okay, but he probably did think it was gunfire. I felt so bad. And there was another time, a long time ago, that she backfired at a gas station and a guy hit the ground. And my cousin that's on here, Mike, told me, I don't have to worry about this now because Pat fixed her. But he told me, turn her off in neutral, and then she won't diesel and backfire, and then you can put her in park. So I learned how not to let her backfire when I turned her off. But when I accelerated after going over those bumps, she did her last backfire and sent that poor little kid running. So, so let's see what else. Let's see. Oh, gosh, another biggie. So I had a huge crack, and y'all will see it on the video. Look, Michael says, look out, kids. Box end wrench, probably. Marcel, maybe. And hi. I don't know, but you're probably right. But God, that guy can do anything. But I had a crack in the manifold, and you'll see it on the video because he pulled it out and showed it to me. And also one of those crazy mechanics that I've been to, and y'all know the story if you've been watching my channel anytime for very long. The crazy saga of the mechanics I've been to. One of them had wrapped a cord that was laying. It was a vacuum hose that was laying on the manifold. And so, of course, it burnt through and had a hole. And so he said it wasn't really just the carburetor giving me issues. It was and backfiring. It was those two things. And so Deborah's in the hood. That's right, Michael. That's how I felt driving down the road. It's like I'm low riding and shooting. It's just like, oh my God. And so, but I don't have to worry about that anymore. He fixed all of that, you guys. And oh, and here's another huge thing. Y'all tell me whether I know I'm blessed, but y'all tell me that you understand, please, how blessed I am. Do y'all remember that my heater core went out and Jana and I it leaked everywhere, and we had to take the flooring up and the carpet up, and we had to do, Mike walked us through doing a bypass under the hood, because on all of the hoses and everything. And we got all that done. Well, I now have heat and defroster again. So there are times when I've been traveling with friends and they want to leave early in the morning, and I have to say, I'll catch up with you because I can't travel because I don't have a defroster, or didn't have defroster. I now have a defroster and my heater back. So Pat did all of that, and he did all of that for less than I'd already put into the carburetor with those shyster mechanics. And I tipped him in gratitude what I could, every last dime actually, that I had left over, and because I was so grateful. But he's like, he's retired. You guys, this was a 75-year-old man, and he told me I could share this. He and his wife, y'all will see them in the video. They did a video clip with me this morning. But he's 75 years old and he's retired and everything. But that 75-year-old man was cranking down the seats and changing out the manifold and doing in my shocks and putting my heater back in, heater and defroster unit back in, and fixed the carburetor and did all of that. I mean, I've been driving and I'm overwhelmed at the gratitude and love that I feel. And then on top of that, I stopped to get gas. And his wife calls to check and make sure I'm doing okay. I'm just like, golly, what wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people. And Kate says Phoenix could go on that show, Extreme Makeover. I know, right? Only if they put Pat on camera and give him and his wife credit. So because just beautiful, beautiful people, and I'm so blessed. There are a couple of things that need to be tweaked because there's a rat's nest of the person that owned this rig before me had a CB radio, had hang on, I got to turn some air on me. It's really hot here where I am. Had a CB radio, the backup camera, and the cigarette lighter is what I run the fans off of and everything. There's my backup camera and the cigarette lighter, and then my phone sits there, and all of that needs to be charged and run through the dashboard. But there's a loose wiring in there or something, and it's just a matter of taking the doghouse off and finding that and plugging it back in good. No freaking way was I going to ask Pat after all of this to take the doghouse off and look at that. I can do that later when I get 75-year-old. If I said 85, I'm sorry, but 75-year-old mechanic to fix a carbon engine. You know, Mike, I think there's something to that. Now, he also did the shocks, and he did the manifold, and the heater core, and all of that. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with this rig as it gets more and more difficult to find mechanics. And so you know, I went through the gamut, as you know. And like I said, he charged me less for all of that work than the last 5 mechanics did to work on this carburetor that never got it right. And I don't have the link to that video right now, but you can go find it. I'm sorry, I don't even remember the name of it. When I do his video, my gratitude and tribute video to him for taking such good care of me in Phoenix, I will put those video links in there so you guys can see the history. And he's a standalone angel without comparing him to anybody or anything. I don't mean to be doing that. But it's just such a difference. And very, not only old school in way of mechanics, but old school in way of heart, and just good people. And so I'm so blessed. We all know that where my docking station is, they're, you know, within a 45-mile radius around me. There doesn't seem to be any mechanics that can work on her. So I don't know what I'll do long term. But, you know, they were so sweet. They're like, you know, if you're ever back in California, come by and we'll take a look at her and see what else she needs. And he felt bad that he didn't have another couple of weeks to finish the work. I mean, oh my God, are you kidding me? He had nothing to feel bad about it. And I'll be honest, I cried when I hugged his wife this morning, because I'm just so blessed. And of course, all of that was possible because Cece introduced me to them. So what a blessing she was, and putting me up for the 2 weeks. I was there exactly 2 weeks. And y'all know when you've got what they say about house guests in 3 days. You know, what is it? What is that saying about house guest and fish in 3 days? Somebody on here knows that saying. Y'all be sure and if you know that saying, type it in there, because you know, none of this would have happened without Cece. So my debt of gratitude, of course, it extends to her. But yeah, but the yay for Cece. Guest and fish stink after 3 days. Yeah, they start to smell, that's for sure. Hi Mel, hi Norman, good to see you. Yeah. And you know, and I was there two weeks. And so yeah, so California dreaming. I will tell you, I got this close to being able to see the redwoods again. Didn't get to because there was so much going on. One day I swear I will get to see the giant redwoods. You will see on the videos. We even went up to go see them and got like within I don't know, 10 miles maybe, but you had to have chains to go up the rest of the mountain. They had it closed unless you had chains. Robin, I was there for 2 weeks. I don't think we took it. We didn't take Phoenix to him right away. By the way, he had other customers. I wasn't his only customer, and because he was finishing up some rigs. But a week and 10 days probably easily, you know. And I don't know what his work schedule was and what else he worked on while he had her. So I have no idea the amount of hours, but I can only speculate because I know to do the heater core, he even had to take the dash off. And this guy has zero help. He did it all himself. Before anybody, I just want y'all to know, I offered every time I walked down there because his shop was in walking distance of Cece's house, and he actually works out of his house, out of his driveway and his garage and everything. And It was within walking distance of Cece's house. And so I would walk down there often. I mean, not to get in his way or anything, but every time I went, I'm like, can I help you with that? Can you got an extra set of hands here. Hey, there comes a train. Yay. I don't know where it is. Oh, it's going to pass over here. Yeah, of course there's a train. Isn't it? Can y'all see it? Yeah, there it is. Of course there's a train because I'm here. Anyway, he would say, nope, I got it. And wouldn't even let me help him with anything. He's just amazing. Yeah, Suzanne says me and the redwood sounds like her and the beach. Yeah, I have been to Northern California. In the 10 years I've been full-time on the road, I've been to Northern California at least a dozen times. And I have yet to see the damn giant redwoods. But we went and we did a lot of wonderful stuff. And I'll have the videos up on that. And had fun. And like I said, we went up the mountain. We went up, we were so close. Even went to Sequoia National Park, but and beyond, but you had to have chains and so I didn't get to see the giant redwoods again, but I did get to do the beach. That's coming up, not the next video, but the next. Oh my God, we stayed right on the beach. It was so gorgeous. So I have a lot of fun things to share with y'all about my California dreaming. And so that's what that one's about. And the snow chains and the bucket list. It's, I don't know. I can't see the rest of my title. Can somebody tell me what's after bucket list? Bandit, are you getting too hot, buddy? Come on out of the sun. Good, good. Can somebody else tell me what's on my, oh, Norman says he saw the redwoods back in 1981. That was the time to see it. Cece was travel plans. Thank you guys. I really appreciate that. Thank you. It has that doesn't have what else it is. Helping. Yeah. Oh, you guys, thank you so much. So travel plans. But let me tell you first, I was talking about, Norman said he went and saw the redwoods back in 1981. And, that was the time to see them. It's my understanding from Cece that the tree that you used to could drive through is not there anymore. So those of you that got to see that in person and everything are so very blessed. And so, yeah. And then like, what was it? 2-3 years ago, the fire got so close and took a lot of the giant redwoods out, but there's still plenty to see. It's like I just got to get there and go see them before something happens and I don't get to, or before my health prevents me. I mean, I'm perfectly fine today, but you just never know. But I got this close again. Dang it. So we'll see how that goes. So travel plans. I'm in the process of traveling about 1,300 miles, and it's going to take me 2 weeks because I can do one night hops for a little bit. But then is that right? 1,300? Yeah. Google says 17 hours. And I know a lot of people can do that one straight shot through or an overnight, 2 nights at the most. I cannot. And I can't do continuous one night hops. So I'm doing a couple of one night hops and then stopping for a few days, a couple of more one night hops and stopping for a few days. And then I'll get to my home base. Yes, Melanie, I'm headed back to my home base, and I'm actually trying to decide. I'll be honest with you. I'm trying to decide because I want to share about it and I want to give knowledge on it so that others that might want to do something like what I've done have the knowledge and can do that because that is. Lori says that she went through that tree when she was a kid on vacation. And I mean, my channel is about sharing and transparency and helping people understand brain injuries like not like necessarily just like mine, because every one of them is different, but brain injuries, disabilities, and being a nomad. And so I want to share about my home base, but at the same time, it's my freaking home. And I don't want to put it out on the internet. I mean, I love you guys. I tell y'all all the time. I love you guys. I'm so grateful for you. I couldn't do what I do without my viewers and my readers and my Coco Fam patrons and channel members. I just couldn't do it. And so it's a two-way street for me. I owe y'all a debt too of gratitude and sharing and transparency. But since it's my home, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do, if anything. I certainly will never tell you exactly where it is, and I certainly will never show it. I just because it's the World Wide Web, and the world's a little bit crazy, especially right now, and you have to take care of yourself and do a little bit of security and protection. So I won't ever put it just blatantly out on the internet, but I also want to share it and impart knowledge in case it helps others. That's what my channel is about for me. So I'm thinking about how to do that, but it's going to take me 12 days, I think, 12 to 14 days to get there, because I am doing a slow crawl. Being in the city was hard on me. I'm having a hard time driving today, and navigating. But it's where I'm doing my first layover is just a straight shot down the highway, so I'm okay. But when I stop to rest, I'm doing so for 3 to 5 days at a time. And that's how I will be able to then continue on. So, Melanie says she follow. I can put this up here. I forgot. I follow several channels, and it always irks me when people treat YouTube content creators like they need to make everything about their lives public. You deserve to pick and choose what you share. Thank you, Melanie. And yeah, it's like, people always are like, well, what about this? And what about that? And why aren't you telling us this? And it's like, I tell you what, every one of you that are on here right now, y'all give me your personal address, your personal phone number, and your personal information. And, maybe I'll consider it then. I'm being facetious, but it does come down to that. And you do have to be careful in this day and age. So Melanie, meaning of take it slow. Yeah, some drivers don't. Some drivers can just book. And, one of my Coco Fam patrons and friends, Yvonne, she is all about getting from point A to point B, man. She just goes, but I don't. I do a slow meander, and I do a lot of self-care to get me down the road. And I have to, or I'll start having TBI symptoms that will lead to TBI episodes. And in fact, I've been stuttering some today, and just need to take care of myself. Oh man, Sue says she got to see the redwoods last summer. I'm so jelly. She took the long way home from her grandson's graduation. Yeah, see, I've been through Oregon and Utah and Washington State and all around, and I've just never made it to the redwoods. So yes, thank y'all for understanding that my home is private. And I'm going to be writing books while I'm there. I've got 2 books that I want to get published this year. I'd hope to do 3, but I'm going to at least do 2. And so I'm going to be writing a lot while I'm there. I've got a lot of videos I'm still going to share with you guys, and I'll be doing my FNLs on Friday. Thank y'all for being patient with me to do it today on Saturday. In fact, one of the reasons that I changed it to Saturday was because of getting ready to roll and working all that out. But we went and did something fun that was a scheduling conflict. And especially since I knew I was leaving, no way did I want to miss out on what y'all will get to see oh no, you have to, because the place where we went requested that you not put it out on public social media. They said that they had no problems with sharing the event and the attraction uh, with family and friends. So that actually that I did yesterday will be an exclusive video for Coco Fam patrons and channel members. And I just want to remind you, I can't do the link right now because um, because I can't exit out of the live stream and share the link with you. But you can be a Coco Fam member either as a patron or as a channel member for as little as $1 a month. And the only reason I charge that is because the platforms aren't free. That you can't. I mean, I think you can do Patreon for free, but they limit what you can see and how many a month you can see and all that, and it's just not worth it. So I charge $1. So Melanie says, "Will you have a shipping address where people can send you things?" I appreciate that, Melanie, but not right now. And also, I have got to. I if I could show y'all, I mean, I could show y'all my rig and how jam packed and cluttered it is right now to get me down the road. I'm not going to show you that mess. That would be like me coming to your house when it's absolute worst after a birthday party or something. It is so bad. There's no way I'm giving y'all a peek at what my rig looks like right now. But I don't need another dang thing. But thank you for thinking of me. And not even a small thing or something. Unless it's perishable. But even then, I would have to unhook my RV and get to the post office to pick it up. And so not right now. But thank you. I appreciate that. And let's see. Bonnie is in the house. Hi, Bonnie. Good to see you. So I think that's it. My travel plans are they're fluid. I will be able to because I live in New Mexico and I have a New Mexico State Park pass. I know me. I will go out and go to some of the state parks and go fishing and do different things. And so I will continue to have videos for you guys. And like I said, the FNL. So I appreciate everybody that is on this journey with me. And I'm emotional today. I'm going to start crying again, but because I just and Richard, you Richard Albert, you're on here. I just I can drive down the road when I am marginal. As far as if I start getting symptomatic, you guys need to know I will get off the road. I never put myself or anyone else in danger. So anybody that's going to be a knucklehead, that I know you guys aren't, but if any newcomers or trolls that see this think they're going to be a knucklehead and tell me I shouldn't be driving, I know my limits. And if I were getting symptomatic to where I thought I needed to, I'll be the first one to get off the road. But right now I'm okay. I'm able to drive today because of Pat, the mechanic, that just made me safe. My tires, Richard Albert helped me out with and make me safe. Y'all are going to see we went four-wheeling. that's in fact the video that's coming up next. I call it rock climbing in an SUV. My friend Judith came out in her SUV and we went places that Jeeps usually only go up rocks, and it was insane, but we had such fun. But I didn't do that in Phoenix, but I have tires. My whole point is, I digress. Squirrel. I have tires that keep me safe, and my rig, it feels safe now. And I'm so blessed by so many people and by all of you that are on this journey with me, and I can't thank you enough. And I feel like I'm rambling, so I'm going to take a sip of water and see if y'all have anything you want to ask or say before we hang up. Before I end the live stream. There we go. That's what I mean. I have about another, probably 3 or 4 more hours to go on driving. Sorry, Normal says that the state park pass tripled. It depends on whether you're a resident or not. Please do your own research. Remember that I'm a little stressed right now from preparing to travel, getting Phoenix out of the shop, leaving CC, and getting on the road, traveling in city traffic. I'm pretty frazzled, so please don't quote me on these numbers. But as a New Mexico resident, the state park pass went from 180 to 300, and I don't remember what it was. I've bought it for 3 years in a row. You'd think I would remember it, but it went up to 600 for out-of-state residents. Oh, sorry, Normal is a new member. Yay! Thank you for joining. That's awesomeness. You'll love the Coco Fam as a YouTube channel member. Sorry, Normal. That's awesomeness. Susan says safe travels, Deborah. Thank you. Suzanne says safe travels, Deborah and Bandit. Thank you all so very much. And sorry, Normal. Thank you for joining us as a Coco Fam YouTube channel member. I will make it official tomorrow and welcome you. I doubt that I will get on my laptop and do any work tonight after I land for the night. That's right. Sorry, Normal. They didn't care what it was going to do. So, hey, Chris, welcome. Good to see you on here. Okay, everybody. I'm going to let my little Bandito out to do some dog stuff, and then he and I are going to get back on the freeway and boogie on down the road. Thank y'all for being patient with me, moving it to Saturday. And Suzanne, I hope I get some rest tonight too. I have nothing in my fridge because she was at the shop, right? So I have nothing in my fridge. I think I have a little bit of hummus and a couple of bananas and the wonderful zucchini bread that Pat's wife, Mary, made me. I mean, whose mechanic who takes their rig to a mechanic and walks away with wonderful zucchini bread and peanut butter balls? So I do have that, but I need to stop by a store and get me something a little more substantive than that to eat on. So I'll do that tonight before I hit the hay, so to speak. So I've got a long day still left ahead of me, and so I'm gonna get off the live stream now. But thank you all for being on here, and thank you for being on this journey with me. I love you. Y'all keep on keeping on, and I'll see you down the road, everybody. Till next video and next FNL, which will be on Friday, the regular time. Bye.